Hey guys, okay, we're almost there. Now the only thing we have to do is play around with the stock-based compensation. Now you'll notice that we don't have one for 2006. Why? Well, I'll explain that why in a bit. Let me first show you something interesting on the 10K. Okay, to me it's interesting. So if you go to page 13. Okay, probably have to just go by myself. 13. Okay, maybe not 13. It is. Alright, if you go to page 18, this is basically the pension, basically all the other costs repeated again, and you'll see adoption impact of SFAS 123R. What is that? Well, we don't know. So let's check that out. When we check that out, we find that SFAS is actually, go through it, just click on it, and you'll find these set of numbers. Here. It is actually our stock compensation, 42.9, 42.3. Apparently, GAAP made rules basically saying that you have to now record as of 2006, you have to record your stock compensation as expense. Now, they did that for 2006. They counted as expense, well, because it was required, so they do that, but they didn't do that for 2005, 2004, so we have to correct that. Now, these are the numbers, so obviously, okay, now do not get this confused with non-recurring, recurring expenses, okay? Basically, we just gotta recognize these expenses. These are not non-recurring. These happen every semester, every year. Compensation expense happens every year, okay? So that's nothing different. What we need to do is recognize these expenses because it was recognized in 2006, okay? So that's where I pulled my number from. And the reason we don't have it for 06 is because it is already expensed. We don't have to worry about that. So how do we do that? So, actually we already did it for you, I think. Did we? Okay, no we didn't. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to first take 2004. These are going to be in SG&A. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to add this back. Well, actually, we're going to subtract it. 42.3 multiplied by 1.337. Now, you're going to tell me, okay, wait a minute. Why are you multiplying by 1.337? Where did you get this number from? Well, I got this number from my tax rate. And the reason I'm multiplying it by 1.337 is because this is after-tax amount, not pre-tax. And we're going to bring it back to pre-tax. Okay? But how do I know it's after tax? Well, when I read through my line, it says net of tax, which is another name for after tax. That's why I think this is after tax. Now, and this came up in the workshop that 1.337 is not the reverse of 1 minus 0.337. Okay? Well, and I was kind of confused because, hey, they were right. But we were using two of those, we were using 1.337 in a different format, in a different situation. Here's what I mean. Okay, essentially, we do not have a pre-tax number for our stock-based compensation expense. So we do not know our pre-tax amount. Okay, in situations like this, we're just assuming, okay, the tax amount is going to be same as, we're just going to reverse the tax affection just because we do not have any other information. That's why we did 1.337. Okay, that's why I was a little confused myself, but then I would look back to it, read into it, and it's essentially that they don't have enough information to figure out the pre-tax income, so they're just making an assumption with that 1.337. Okay. So we're going to do the same for this year. So it's going to be minus 42.9 multiplied by 1.35. There you go. Okay, now we have to figure this out in our after tax. Well, it's not that hard. This is our after tax, right? So we simply do minus 42.3. Same with 05 as well, minus 42.9. And let's see if everything matches. 13.6, 16.7, 3.4, 102, 24, 0, 0, 2.4. This is a bit off, but that's understandable. I don't know why, but it's always a bit off. 79.5, okay, 79.5. 196, 206, 142. Okay, I forgot to do something over here. What did I forget to do? Alright, let me see. 1 minus 54, 7, plus 38. Oh, this is minus 38 because remember, this is supposed to be gains on sale after tax. I accidentally did addition when it's supposed to be subtraction. There, okay? So now we have all of our non-recurring items, okay? Now we're gonna find out our pro forma. So the way we do our pro forma, let me zoom in so y'all can see what am I exactly doing right now. Okay, we're going to do equals. We're gonna take this number, right? And we're gonna we're going to add all of our cogs, our pre-tax cogs. Actually, no, we're gonna subtract our pre-tax cogs. Okay. There. So we're gonna copy, paste. Okay. We're gonna do the same thing for SG&A. We're gonna take the top number and subtract it by SG&A and other. Okay. There. We're gonna do the same across. There. Now, non-operating is going to be the same. Simply because we don't have anything, as you can see, but I'm just gonna connect it just to reiterate why. Taxes, okay, this is gonna be a little tricky. You're gonna take your, we're going to take that number, okay, and you're going to, I believe you add, let me check real quick, before I don't want to confuse you guys. Okay, I think you added. Yeah, you add, okay, gotcha. Alright, so you're gonna take this number, you're gonna add sum. Okay, first let me put in parentheses. So sum, okay, of these numbers are pre-tax, close parentheses, minus sum of these numbers. Why are we doing this? We're trying to find that difference, and that difference is our tax. Okay, so that's why we're doing this. And yeah, and we get this. We're gonna copy it down. Okay, now we're going to rewire our EBIT again. Okay, so our EBIT is going to be total revenues, and instead of reported COGS, it's going to be subtracted by pro forma COGS and subtracted by pro forma SG&A. Press Control C, copying it. Shift right arrow twice, press enter, and we have rewired that. Now with pre-tax we're going to do the same. We're going to take our EBIT, subtract our interest income, and subtract our add our non-operating income. Okay, and simply is the same thing, but I'm just going to make the point that we have to rewire this. And our net income is going to be our EBT, or our pre-tax, minus our pro forma tax, okay, plus our equity and affiliates, plus our interest and expense. Okay, then we're gonna copy this, do that. Now the reason we add our minority interest expense is that it's already negative. So if we did minus D35, what's gonna happen is this is gonna turn into a positive, and instead of treating it as an expense, we'll be treating it as an income, which is not true. That's why I did plus on that. Okay, and you will see this. We have no variance compared to our consensus EPS. That means that everything is great. You can go out and celebrate, but not exactly. we just finished our normalizing our income statement. Okay, Let me see. Let me just go over and see if I'm not forgetting anything. Okay, I'm not. Okay, great. So, all right. In the next video, and we're not gonna talk about this, but I'm probably gonna touch over in the workshop. In the next video, we're gonna get our assumptions. They're very easy, to be honest with you. This is looking at a particular document, our equity research report, and writing these down, and then we're gonna reflect them onto our income statement, and we're done. Okay. So at our upcoming workshop, we're just gonna focus on our balance sheet then. Great. All right. See you then. Bye.